Hi Cancer, welcome. I'm Joy and this is Taurus Tours Tarot, and we are getting a message for you, Cancer. All right, so let's get right to it. So I was getting an image of like people walking up these like ancient ruins, and then I heard pilgrimage. So but it was strange because they had hard hats on, and it did seem like it was like in the Middle East or something like that. But it was interesting that they had what seemed like hard hats, and so it told me that there was some kind of risk involved, or some kind of danger, or something involved with this pilgrimage. Wow. So okay, so we'll see if that has any bearing on this reading. Okay, so what we have here is the Ace of Wands. There you go. That's a fiery energy there. We have the Ten of Swords. You know, those swords are you know, kind of falling into him, and he's kind of on the ground. I'm not sure if he's expired, but there's a little deer peeking in on the whole situation as well. You see that deer there? Interesting. We have the Nine of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Sorry about the glare. And then ending with Justice. Wow. So, you know, having this major arcana card of Justice here at the end signifies that something big for you is coming to terms, like is balancing for you. Yeah. So Justice is this real idea of balance, right? Of karma, and karma is just about balance too. You know, everything is really ultimately about balance, the yin and the yang, right? The light and the dark, you know. So something is balancing out for you. Something is there's some kind of karmic justice playing out for you. Yeah, and I feel like it's in your favor. So it's interesting to have that card at the end, and then in the beginning we have the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is really like, aces are like usually like gifts from the universe, you know, like some divine intervention sort of thing. And wands are, of course, about passion and this, you know, energetic feeling of wanting to move forward in the world and create. And so, you know, there's this in the beginning of your story. But perhaps it just doesn't really work out the way that you want it to, you know, with the Ten of Swords here next to the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it certainly did not, that energy of passion and moving forward, it did not bring you the results that you were wanting and hoping for. And in fact, it feels like it was quite devastating for you, whatever it was. Whether it was like moving forward in a relationship, making a big move, taking a new job, you know, it didn't work out for you. And it felt quite painful. But this card is interesting, and that little deer or doe, or, you know, kind of peeking in there. It's almost as if it's looking over you and looking after you, sort of, right? Where like there's some genuine concern there. It's like a glimmer of hope in a really bad situation. That's what I feel that little fawn is. Yeah, and there's a lot of light. There's a lot of light emanating from these swords as well. So while this may feel piercing and painful, it is for something better. I mean, it's like all this light is entering into you. you know. And yes, maybe it came out of a difficult situation, but nonetheless it's there, and it's entering into you, this light. Then we have the Nine of Wands, right? And I'm just feeling like you are feeling worn out and totally just like almost like over it. Like you're just exhausted. You're just like, you just feel done. It's like it's been such a hard road, you know, where there was, you know, perhaps death witnessed, or, you know, at least some dying or killing even, you know, witnessed. And it's like you're tired of it. You're done. You're done. You're done. And then next to the Nine of Wands is the Five of Pentacles. And I also feel this glimmer of hope in this Five of Pentacles as well. Let's look at these two cards, right? Not necessarily the easiest energies, right? The Ten of Wands, I mean, feeling stabbed in the back and betrayed, and like it's all over and it's devastating. But yet all the light that is entering into you with those swords, you know. And then you have the Five of Pentacles, which is typically a card about like being left out in the cold. But these guys, they're not left out in the cold. They're inside and it's warm, and you see that light coming in again, you know. And it's like it's a new family, you know, a man and a woman, you know, with a child. It's like new life, and there's light coming through and in again, you know. So while these things may be severely challenging for you, right? These events, these people, whatever it is for you that has been completely just like, you know, wearing you down and wearing you down and wearing you down, you have to know that it's not for nothing. There's definitely some light coming out of this. There's some I just heard lightening. There's some letting go. There's some feeling freer, and there's some resilience that is going to come out of all of this, right? Out of these things that feel very challenging and exhausting right now. I mean, and it does feel like it's one after the other kind of thing, where it's like unrelenting, you know. And it's like you can only take that for so long, right? Before it's just completely unbearable. So it's important to know that some disappointment may have definitely been in your past or happening now, and some beyond disappointment, some real shock and pain, and all these really, really hard, icy, piercing type of feelings that you have been going through. Just know that it's not for nothing, and it is something that is balancing for you, and is going to bring you to a place where it sort of all makes sense, and you sort of understand in retrospect, of course, why you went through all of that. And then it brings you to a place where it's like you're actually grateful for it, right? And you may not be there right now, and you may be thinking, wow, that is impossible at this point in time because of where you are, but it is possible, and it is what it's going to be for you. Okay, some definite balancing, some definite realizations, and some definite shifting into higher vibrations. Okay, all right, Cancer, that is what it is for you. If you liked it, let me know. If you want to see more videos, subscribe. Yeah. And this is the journey of life, right? So it's important sometimes to take a step back from it all and just take, an outsider perspective of your life unfolding, and, look at the big picture, right, of everything that you've been through, and see how they all kind of fell into the right place in order to bring you to all the beautiful things in your life as well. Okay? All right. Take care. Aloha. Namaste.